according to PW Insider, the 2025 WWE Draft is planned for after WrestleMania 41. Thoughts?
I'm actually really excited.
Happen.
No, shut the fuck up, Danny. It needs to.
We just had a trade window,
no,
bro.
No. I like brand split. I like it. Keep SmackDown, keep Raw, keep NXT, but I do enjoy the casual crossover when they're getting groomed to, obviously very quickly eventually go to the main roster like they're doing with Roxanne Perez. I like it. I like the separateness. And I like the
just because
guest
there's a brand split
appearances.
doesn't mean there needs to be a draft. You could just every 6 months, 4 months, whatever it is,
Fuck
every
yeah,
quarter,
James.
you can do like a fucking trade window,
I get it, and I feel like Donnie's going to be on your side and all that shit, but dude, they're so stacked now. They're going to be even more stacked. I like the separation.
I just have a
I like the titles.
I have a sour taste in my mouth because last year, 90% of the people that got drafted, they got drafted to the roster they already were on.
Okay, so there's things I agree with you, Ben, and there's things I also agree with you, Danny, on.
Fair.
I love the separation between Raw and SmackDown. Like, I miss the Ruthless Aggression feel, like how like both brands felt different. And I feel like that's something that is missing in 2025 with this whole brand split thing.
It feels different, just one's thriving, one's not.
But I also really like the trade portal, and I feel like that has a lot of potential to work because just doing a draft, like restarting every year, just like that's like an NBA or an NFL team, like just scrambling all the players saying, all right, let's just make new teams. Like you can't do that. Like I feel like it comes off a little unprofessional. I feel like we've gotten it way too many times. And I don't know, like I think a trade portal, like after every 4 big PLEs, maybe like 3 trades or something, I think that would be great. And then maybe like after Mania, do double the amount of trades to kind of spice things up a little bit. And then you can also do like a little draft with the NXT talent. Maybe have like Raw gets 3 NXT stars, SmackDown gets 3. I think the trade portal does have a lot of potential to work, but the problem is in the WWE, when it comes to this whole draft and all this friggin' monkey crap is...
keep cross on Raw.
They don't really care for it. And, like, there's no point in doing a draft if you're just going to have people go to Raw, SmackDown, NXT, friggin' Evolve, NWA. Like, doesn't matter.
You know what I feel like?
I feel like it's just a waste.
And, Donnie, when you were just talking about the whole, you can do it.
But I do love
trade or whatever with the NXT talent or whatever. I feel like they can make the trade, like the draft or whatever, like it's a separate event. Have it.
That's what I'm saying.
Make
it a special.
Medias, have like the GMs for Raw, SmackDown, NXT, like all there, whatever. And you can show the GMs like talking backstage or whatever, like who they want to pick and who they don't or whatever, and like just make it like their own thing. And that's a way to call up NXT talent to Raw, SmackDown, maybe put some Raw, SmackDown talent on NXT, vice versa. Like, I feel like that they love using social media. Why not?
Like a draft, like would be a great, like a whole, like the draft, doing it just NXT stars could be something big for WWE. And like, I'm a huge sports fanatic, so like, I'm very passionate about this because I know it could work. Because look at what WWE has done in 2025 since going to Netflix. The referees look more official. Like, it looks more professional as, like, they're treating it like a sport. The Royal Rumble with, like, the stats and stuff. Like, I feel like whenever they go down that sports route, it's working. Something's working. Which is why I think with NXT doing, like, a draft where Raw and SmackDown, they get 3 picks. And you can even do a little lottery with, like, the balls. And they can pick, like, who's going to get it, Raw or SmackDown. Like, based off the picks. Well, that's how they do it. They use, like what we do with the bingo cage, with the bingo balls. They basically pick out, like, you could have Raw and SmackDown. That's how you can determine who's going to get picked. And then on NXT television, you can advertise this draft for a couple of months so that there is talent that are trying to stand out. And then they could choose whether or not they want to stay in NXT for a year or be in, like, the portal to get picked.